Welcome to From Center Ice. My name is Courtney, and as of tonight, the NHL is back, and more importantly, Blackhawks hockey is back. They take on the Tampa Bay Lightning tonight at 7 o'clock Central, 8 o'clock Eastern Time. We get to take on the reigning Stanley Cup champions for the first 2 games of the season. I'm not liking our odds. Stranger things have happened. I suppose we could come out and win, but I'm not going to hold my breath. If they did, it would certainly be a shocker. We have 2 new goaltenders in net. I mean, they've been with the organization for a little bit now. Malcolm Subban since at least last spring when we traded Robin Lehner at the deadline to the Vegas Golden Knights to get him in return. Colin Delia's been around a little longer, but still. They are not proven number 1 netminders in the NHL, and it's going to be between those 2 to fight for the job. So like I started for the playoffs in the fall, I have 3 questions for the Blackhawks heading into this game tonight against the Tampa Bay Lightning. But before we get to those questions, I will let you know who is on the opening night roster since the Blackhawks waited until the very last second to release that. I was hoping to record this video last night, but I was waiting for them to tell us who was on the roster and who was on the taxi squad, and of course, they waited until this morning to tell us. So here I am. The goaltenders who will suit up tonight are Malcolm Subban and Colin Delia. Our defense is Adam Boqvist, Calvin DeHaan, Duncan Keith, Ian Mitchell is making his NHL debut. Let's see, we also have Connor Murphy and Nikita Zadorov, so no real surprises on the back end. For your forwards, we have Ryan Carpenter, Alex DeBrincat, Matthew Highmore, Matthias Janmark, David Kampf, Patrick Kane, Dominic Kubalik, Brandon Peary, because he's back. Do you remember that? Because I keep forgetting that. Hopefully I'll remember after this game, maybe halfway through the season. Who knows? But we also have Andrew Shaw, who is back from his concussion. He missed most of last year being out with that concussion. So hopefully he can come back and play this whole season. And hopefully he doesn't get another one of those because that might be the end of his career. The final 3 guys on the roster for tonight are Dylan Strome, Pius Suter, and Lucas Wallmark. So there's a bunch of new guys on the roster tonight for the Hawks. It is going to be very interesting to see how they all mesh and to see how they progress throughout the season. I know, as well as you know, it's probably not going to be the best year record-wise for the Hawks. I mean, they were last in the Central last year, and on paper, they seem to be a worse team this year, but you never know. Like I said, stranger things have happened, plus Detroit is in our division, so maybe they'll take the last spot. So now that we have the roster taken care of, let's jump into the 3 questions that I have for the Chicago Blackhawks heading into Game 1 against the Tampa Bay Lightning. Question 1. Does tonight mark the beginning of a new era in the net for the Blackhawks? Coach Colleton confirmed that Malcolm Subban will be the starting goaltender tonight for Game 1. I would assume that the guy you put in net for your first game is the one who has the leg up in the goalie race so far, but who knows how NHL coaches work. The NHL is very strange that way, since him and Delia are fighting for that starting job, like I mentioned before. But to me, with Subban starting game number 1, he has got that leg up. So will we see the starting goaltender for the Blackhawks be Malcolm Subban moving forward? You never know. People point to his age. He is 26 years old. He's had some NHL experience. He was Fleury's backup for the Golden Knights for a while. Before that, he was in Boston. So we'll see. Crawford was 26 when he became the starting goaltender for the Hawks. So all 3 of these goalies that we have, whether it be Subban, Delia, or Lankinen, who is on the taxi squad, they're all around the same age, all around that prime age where goaltenders, on average, break out. So we'll see. Question 2. Do the Blackhawks take advantage of the banner raising ceremony? So this is Game 1 of the season. We are playing the reigning Stanley Cup champions. So that means we have to see their championship banner being raised in the stadium before the game starts. That's always a fun time when it's not your team, isn't it? Yes, I know the Blackhawks won 3 cups in 6 years. We shouldn't be complaining, but it sucks not winning. That's just how it goes. But here's the thing, the Hawks have been there before. Of course, a lot of those vets are not on this roster anymore, but they know all of the emotions that go into that banner-raising ceremony, and the Lightning are probably going to be a bit distracted, and their best goal scorer is out in Nikita Kucherov. So, will the Blackhawks take advantage of this situation, come out to a hot start, maybe steal the first game of the season from the Lightning? Of course, their second game is also against Tampa, so splitting that series would be awesome. I'm not betting on it. It wasn't my prediction that I wrote about on FromCenterIce.com if you want to go check that out. But it could happen if they jump on them early and often tonight. Question 3. Who kicks off the scoring for this season? 3 questions for game number 1 are a little difficult to come up with because we have a brand new roster pretty much. So you can't really go off of what happened last season. And we just had the roster announced today, like I said. So my final question for this game tonight is, who's going to kick off the scoring? Is it going to be somebody you'd expect, like a Patrick Kane and Alex DeBrincat? Somebody like that. Last season, it was Alex Nylander. So, you never know. Who is it going to be? I would love for it to be Alex DeBrincat with how snake-bitten he was last season. It would just be awesome for him to come out of the gate, get the first goal of the season for the team, get his first goal, and have that confidence moving forward. Maybe that monkey will come off of his back and we will see that 40-goal scoring potential that he had before. We can only hope. That is, of course, if Vasilevsky doesn't shut them out tonight. There's always that. So those are my 3 questions that I have for the Blackhawks heading into Game 1 of the 2021 season against the Tampa Bay Lightning. Do you have any thoughts about this game tonight? Do you have any thoughts about the season ahead? Who are you looking forward to watching and seeing progress? I want to know all of it. So if you have any thoughts, leave them down in the comments. I would love to read them. Thank you so much for tuning in, and hockey's back. Let's get excited. Thank you all for watching. Please hit that subscribe button to catch more From Center Ice content. If you could, hit the like button on this video, maybe share it with a friend or two. And while you're here, check out the podcast playlist and catch up on some old episodes. We will catch y'all next time. Bye!